is super dark, and we're in
Exactly.
Barahona, which is the southernmost area by the border.
Exactly. So black comes in all different kinds of shades. So you could be the lightest, you could be the darkest, you're still black, right? So I feel like, I think somebody brought up language, right? Like people speak different languages. So you don't have to have a common language to be considered black. I think you don't have to have a common culture to be considered black. It's how society treats you is what makes you black. It's how you are perceived is what makes you black, because being black is made up, right? So I think Dominicans are black. I think Haitians are black. I think most Caribbeans are black. I think there are some people who aren't black, right? Like the Dominicans who haven't mixed with Haitians. But yeah, you're biracial. You're both black.
So I feel like we're not black, first and foremost. We are
That's fine.
Dominican.
You don't gotta be black if you don't want
So
to.
I feel like this whole thing, I also want to mention this. So like, I feel like this whole thing with like, I know black, I Dominican was a meme that was started a few years ago. That's not even a thing, because every other, like, I have not learned about ethnicity and race until I got to this app, which was 6 months ago. And I'm 42. And I'm 42.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your education doesn't determine what reality is, right? So you didn't learn about ethnicity and race, but ethnicity and race exist.
I just don't know. I'm from New York City, New York City, New Jersey area, tri-state area, which is the most diverse.
Queens. I'm from Queens.
Yes, the most diverse area in the country, right? So like, people in my life, in my area of life, like Northeast, we don't look at things as like, like it's like, where the fuck are you from? Like Elena's Italian. I don't think she's white. I think she's fucking Italian. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm Dominican. I'm not black. I'm Dominican. Like, Trini is Trinidadian. Like, Elko, he's black, because I feel like if he hasn't disclosed to me what ethnicity he is, that's who the fuck he is. He's black. Like, he's a fucking African American from America. But I'm Dominican first, and I was born in America. I was born here.
So I agree with you. So what your prompt says doesn't say that you're Dominican first. It says that you're not black, you're Dominican, which I agree with, right? Mm-hmm. You are Dominican. I'm not trying to take that away from you, but
are you faulting me for not calling myself black? I'm not black.
I'm not.
Black is an oppressive term in America. Like that, Americans are who care about race. Nobody else in the world cares about race. Nobody cares about race.
That's in Europe, in Australia.
Wait, hold on. Let me cook. You're right. Nowhere in the world cares about race somewhat, right? Because Norwegia or Norway doesn't have to care about race, because everybody's one race, right? So race does exist. People do care about race.
How about London?
Right?
Do you think the people in London say they're black, white, like?
They care about
so they're not black Londoners. You never hear them talk about.
They really do. You guys have to.
No, they're British. Like, they're fucking British. They're Brits. They're
all happy
Every
over
single
there.
one of them are Brits.
Bunch of Africans there who explain the racism in Europe. It's there. It's there.
But Lamu syrups?
Yes.
Lamu syrups. Can I ask you a question?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Ethnicity exists. I'm not discounting that ethnicity exists. Ethnicity is more real than race is real, because race is socially constructed, right? But if people are affected through their daily life, through getting a job, through housing, through finances, through economics, because of race, we have to also acknowledge the existence of race, right? We can't just be like, race doesn't exist in other countries if my whole life is dictated through the effects of being black, right? So race exists, and so does fucking ethnicity. Ethnicity is more real. You can see that in your blood, but that doesn't take away the fact that race also exists.
Okay, but race, you have to understand that race is a constructed thing that you choose to like adhere to. Why would you?
That's not true. That's not true. Because if I could choose not to be black, so I wouldn't go through like high incarceration, go through like high death rates, go through police brutality, all of those things, I would choose not to be black if I could choose that race existed or not. I don't choose that. Society chooses that.
It's one of those things where it's too late now. It's too late now.
Lamu syrups, I noticed that you said that it's
Bring
like,
up Lou. Bring up our family first, okay, Elena?
I saw him. I got you. I'm writing on it.
Okay.
yeah, Lamu syrups. You know what I find interesting, because you kept saying, you know, you are what you are, and people will decide for you. But in New York City, right? A lot of people, I've seen it happen all the time. People say to
Are
many
you in
people,
New York?
yeah, I'm from New York.
Okay.
I grew up in Brooklyn. You
And you
know,
live there now?
yeah, I still live in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've had friends that are like walking with me, and people are like, "Are you Dominican or Puerto Rican?" And they're like, "Oh, because you look that way." And they're not even saying the person looks black. So that means that in the eyes of a lot of Caucasian people, in the eyes of a lot of black people in New York, they actually see a predominantly looking type of people that come from Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And these
Can I
people,
respond to that?
wait, no,
Can I
I'm not
respond to that?
finished. I'm not finished.
Go ahead. Sorry, my fault.
I'm not finished. These people who were mistaken for Puerto Rican Jamaican, they were biracial, right? But they were racially ambiguous. And the thing is that I noticed that what you're going by is the one drop rule, because in African American society, many people have a cousin or aunt that looks slightly, could be mistaken for Latina, or they could be slightly mistaken for biracial, but because they only go by the one drop rule, they're trying to push everybody to identify as black and just erase their whole culture. Because the moment that anyone, whether they're from Trinidad and they're black, or they're from somewhere in the islands, Hispanic or whatever, anyone who just says that they're just black all of a sudden, it's almost like they've lost their whole identity, because it's a whole new vocabulary that has a complete different context. And all of us socially are going to experience things differently. Because like I said, I'm also Jamaican and Hispanic, but my Jamaican side doesn't look like the average Jamaican, because Jamaica is very diverse. So I can't call myself black, because even when I went to Africa, the people there made me know that I wasn't black. You know what I'm saying? So it's only this country where you guys are hooked up on it. And right,
It's an obsession. It's an obsession.
Me and
Anyways.
Queen were just saying that the other day.
It's an
Does anyone want to
obsession.
volunteer to cycle? Anybody?
Can I
Yeah,
respond?
It's not an
let's,
I can
obsession.
cycle.
It's
Can I
far from
respond
an
real quick?
obsession.
Who said
it's
that?
an
Isaac?
obsession. No, it's an
Yeah,
obsession.
I
It's
can go
only
if
in
you want.
America.
Oh, you're so nice.
But you
Thank
need to
you.
Can I
understand
respond?
why it's only in America.
Can I
Go ahead,
respond?
Uncle.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let Uncle talk. Let Uncle talk. Hold on. Let Uncle talk.
Wait, Isaac's
So I
gonna
can't
drop.
respond?
Okay.
can't
Okay.
Wait,
Let
Bye,
Isaac's
Uncle
gonna
talk.
everyone.
drop.
Thank you.
I'm
Isaac,
only gonna
thank
go
you.
to wait, hold on. I'm gonna only go to 1 a.m. because I gotta go to bed. My husband's waiting for me.
Can I
Me
quickly
too.
respond to Giovanna though? Just quickly.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Giovanni.
Let me just quickly, sorry, Giovanni. I want to respond to 2 points that you said. One, I get mistaken for Dominican all the time. I go to Spanish barbecues all the time, and they speak Spanish to me, thinking I speak Spanish. They say, "Are you Dominican?" I say, "No, I'm not Dominican. I'm Haitian. I'm black. Whatever the case may be."
You're
That's
still
my
our
response to the
sister.
first part. Yeah, no, I know that. I fuck with Dominicans. I have no beef with y'all. The second point that you're saying, I don't operate by the one drop rule, because if you're mixed, your race is mixed. You have a different experience in America being mixed than being black. I agree with that. That's why I'm saying that the host isn't black, because her experience in life isn't the experience of a black person, even though she is Dominican, right? But there are Dominicans who are black, who experience the same thing that black people experience. And
But they
those
don't call
people are
themselves black. They don't call themselves
Even
black.
they can call themselves over the moon. They can call themselves a ninja. They're still black and they're still Dominican, regardless.
Yeah,
of
but
fact.
black based on who's like standard.
Because being black has a numerous amount of criteria. One is how society and the world treats you and perceives you. That's one reason. The second is
Sorry, Trini, I had to mute you. You're a fan. That Caribbean life.
Oh shit! Sorry.
different parts that consider you black, and you have to be completely combined to be black. That's what it is.
I feel like, but thing is, like, no blacks, no Dominicans are gonna call themselves black. Like, I'm sorry, like, it does not
That's fair.
happen.
That's fair. That's fair. Because who wants to be black? Who wants to be the most
But
oppressed? I
Queen,
agree with you. I agree with you. But keep in mind, I'm not a victim. I'm somebody who is superior than all, so I'm not
I'm not
a
calling you a
victim.
victim.
But no, not you. I'm talking to the comments. Nobody has to claim black if they don't want to claim black. That's fine. I'm just saying
but
that some
hold
Dominicans are
on,
black, some
Queen,
Dominicans are not
Queen,
black.
Hold on.
Queen, there was somebody that said, Queen, hold on. There was somebody that said that if they couldn't be black, they wouldn't be black, so they wouldn't be incarcerated. Who said that?
Wait, what?
I think I said that. I'm not gonna lie because the host said
Okay.
that race
Who's
is a
speaking?
choice. Let me use raps. The host said that the
Okay.
race is a choice.
All right,
And I think if I
Elias.
could make a choice, then I would
Okay, so
choose to
just
not be
yeah.
someone who is
All right.
oppressed.
Yeah, we got what you said. That's why I asked the question. Now my next question is, have you ever been incarcerated?
I have multiple family members, including my father, that has been incarcerated.
Have you ever been incarcerated?
Who's talking, Lou?
I answered my question. I answered
Yes,
your
ma'am.
question.
Yeah. See, so you're making the argument that you could not be black anymore if you've never been incarcerated, or if you won't be targeted to be incarcerated, but you yourself haven't been black. See, when people say stuff like that, that's what makes it very difficult to take you seriously. Don't deflect. See, don't deflect. Girl, I live in West Texas, 2 hours from the Mexican border.
I experienced police brutality, so
What?
that's something that.
So and I love and see this Queen, this is the deflection tactic, okay, that is used by people who make a statement, for one, at a pure emotion. They say, oh, if I wasn't black, I would rather not be black so that I don't have to deal with the oppression and the police brutality, even though she's never been incarcerated, okay, because that was one of her examples. And since I came up here just to specifically call her out for that, the first thing she did, and she's going to go ahead and interrupt me. She's going to go ahead and interrupt me. The first thing she did. So the first thing she did was say, oh, I got family that's been incarcerated. Well, let's be real. Let's keep it a fucking buck, because that's all I do on this app is keep it a buck. Was your family doing fucking wrong? Because I don't know. I know fucking cops from all backgrounds, of all walks of fucking life, okay, that are just doing their fucking job. And until we start holding our communities accountable to the dumb shit they fucking doing, we're going to continue to point the finger to the fucking cops. Now, fuck all that shit, because at the end of the fucking day, this is what is keeping our fucking community down. This is exactly the fucking problem in our community. And just like you said, oh, if I couldn't be black, I mean, I wouldn't go to jail. You just said you ain't gone to jail. You ain't been incarcerated. What kind of fucking example is that stupid shit? Fuck out of here, man.
King, can I respond?
I'm so aggressive, Lou.
All right, responding real quick.
Alcohol, stop it.
How is it our community if you claim not to be black? Fix that for me. Switch that up for me, please. What community are you?
First of all, you don't even know what I am. Just because I said I'm from West Texas, I never told you what the fuck I am. But go ahead and keep assuming.
So you're black? Are you black?
Yeah, my family's black. I'm fucking black. I'm black. I'm brown. I'm white. I'm Indian. I'm native. What the fuck do you want me to tell you?
All right, no. Why are you yelling at me? Why are you angry?
Why every time someone says they're from Texas, you all automatically think he or she is a freaking Karen or a Ken?
No, I'm not saying that he's white. I don't think he was white at all.
For the record, I'm not yelling. It's just my microphone. My earbuds are set on super loud because when I was in Iraq, my Humvee was blown up. Okay, and sometimes I have to have this audio fucking assistance, and that's all it is. You know what I mean? That's all the fuck it is. If y'all got a problem with the way my fucking volume is set on my fucking phone, you need to go check your fucking bank account. You need to go check your fucking kids. You need to go check your fucking profession. You need to go check up all that shit that fucking matters, rather than the fucking volume on my phone. You feel me?
Oh, papi, I lower down the volume on my phone, so I ain't got a problem with your micro.
This is the host. What we're gonna do in these spaces.
Queen's trying to talk, you guys.
What we're gonna do in this space is respect the veterans. Okay?
Yeah, I respect him. Thank you. I thank you for your service. For real, I respect him. No beef. I have no beef with nobody. I would like to just reiterate the reason why I brought up prison, the reason why I brought up police brutality, the reason why I brought up poverty and all of these other statistics, because statistics speak to facts, right? So when we have a society where people are disproportionately affected, right, that means that somebody who is the least amount of population is being affected more than the people who are the majority of the population, right? So I don't have to be arrested to know that the statistics speak for themselves, right? So numbers are real. Your service was real, right? Because it was written down, right? Just like numbers are real, right? So I don't have to go to jail to know that my people are affected by this, right? I'm not saying that we can't hold our people in my community accountable for their actions. I'm not saying that. We do need to hold our people and my people for their accountable for their actions.
No,
We
the
can
only
also
numbers and the
avoid
truth, the only numbers and truth that matter, the only numbers and truth that fucking matter is the mere fact that criminals turn around and do criminalistic shit. It doesn't matter if you're white, Indian, native. It doesn't matter if you're black, brown. It doesn't matter about none of that shit. Quit being a fucking criminal, and I promise you, you won't even be in set statistics. You want to know why? Because I know more white people that get profiled than black people, even though the black population is a fucking 13%. Don't mislead me. You're talking to an educated motherfucker. You feel me?
I'm educated too. I'm getting my master's right now. I'm educated as well. So Trayvon Martin was a criminal, correct? Yes or no? Is a question. Yes or no?
You want to talk? You want to talk about one case? You want to talk about one case about all the fucking crime that happens in America? You want to talk about one individual, or even if it's a 1% of the fucking crimes that go the other way? You would rather focus on those rather than the 99% of the motherfuckers that are out here fucking raping our fucking children, that are stealing from our fucking families, that are fucking making our communities look bad. No, we have some real talk. I always have fucking real talk. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't care about anybody's fucking feelings. At the end of the day, if you want to sit here and use 1% of the fucking example, 1%, that's what you're fucking looking at. Even if it is 1%, it's probably less than fucking 1%. But if you want to use that as an example of who's fucking targeting our fucking community, get the fuck out of here. Worry about the 99.95% that are sitting here doing this shit to our own fucking community. Fuck out of here with that shit.
So I can list more names if you want me to, but let's not talk about names. We can talk about the systemic oppression that exists. Are you saying that systemic racism doesn't exist? Yes or no? Are you saying that that's not real? Right? Because Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, I can list more
Does
names.
oppression exist? Does oppression exist? I got a fucking scar 12 inches long from my fucking thoracic vertebrae down to the fucking crack of my ass. I got a fucking scar from my thoracic vertebrae down to the fucking crack of my ass. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I've been blown up and I've had 2 fucking back surgeries. And you know what I'm on? I'm on fucking 6 fucking figures. You want to know why? Because ain't nothing oppressing me, motherfucker. Ain't nothing ever gonna oppress me, motherfucker. You want to know why it ain't gonna oppress me? Because I'm a strong-minded individual. I ain't gonna sit here and wait for shit to happen. I go make it fucking happen. Fuck out of here with that shit.
All right. Listen, you're right. My family came to Haiti with $0 in their pockets. They came here, they owned a house, they created a business, they got jobs, they became a nurse, they got education, and they made shit work. They made shit shake, right? But if you're gonna sit here and tell everybody, 478 people in this motherfucker, that there isn't systems and hurdles that are in your way of achieving success, and that white people have an open motherfucking road to that shit, you're bullshitting every single person in this motherfucking chat. There are hurdles.
Look, first and foremost, I raised my son. I raised my sons to be fucking lions. I raised my son, period. I raised my sons to be fucking lions. They're fucking 22 years old as a small business old. My other 20-year-old sits here and works 60 hours a fucking week. And you know what he does? He laughs at his own fucking generation. Because as you want fucking handouts and you wait for shit to fucking happen, they're going out there and getting it. This is why he's going to be a fucking manager at 30 years old. While you start, or the rest of his generation are wondering, how come I can't get a fucking manager's job? Because they're not out there putting in the motherfucking work. That's why. If you want to sit here and worry about all that other stupid shit and make excuses are like assholes. They all fucking stink and they're all fucking a dime a dozen. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to get off your ass and go make the shit happen. Just like you are going to college and getting your fucking masters, so can everybody fucking else. I'm from the hood, motherfucker. I'm from the hood.
Let me tell you something. I'm 23 years old. I make over 60K in New York City. That's not a lot of money, but I'm saying I'm 23 years old and I'm doing something. I'm a manager. I run nonprofits for different causes that work with refugee rights. I work with all these different shits, right? So yeah, I know what the grind is. I know what working hard is to get something that you want to get, right? I understand that. I understand that anybody can achieve something, right, in life if they want to, right? But we have to acknowledge.
I'm proud of you.
Hold on. We have to acknowledge that there are things in certain people's paths that other people don't have to fucking deal with. And if we don't acknowledge that shit, never fit way. everybody's road to success should look the fucking same. If it doesn't look the fucking same, then there's a fucking problem. And if we're not gonna fix that problem, then you're pussy, then everybody's pussy, and nobody cares about the actual fucking issues.
But raps, but that's weird because I grew up poor. I grew up very poor. My mom had to work 2-3 jobs. No, listen. I grew up poor. My mom had to work 2-3 jobs to make sure we have food on the table at night. Sometimes she come home tired as fuck, but she makes sure we eat. But at the end of the day, I made something of myself. My sister made something of myself. We realized we went to school and we ended up winning.
Hold on, I just made my son a moderator on this account.
Nice.
So there's a 10-minute warning. Queen's ending the live. Queen's ending the live at 1, and Shay is the only one who hasn't spoken yet. So Shay, do you want to chime into what Lou or anyone else is saying? No, I'm user. I'm user. Yeah.
Hello, guys.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm just trying to get everybody a chance before she ends the live.
No,
that's so funny. I made my 15-year-old son a moderator. I'm like, if you see anybody acting crazy, take them off. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to hop on this live to say one thing and one thing only. I'm not here to argue with anybody. First thing and foremost, I am Dominican. I've lived in the Bronx for my entire life.
Okay, BX.
Yes.
Boogie down. Let's get it.
But what I will say is that I kind of agree with the majority that I'm not gonna say it the whole Dominicans, but most Dominicans have a lot of self-hatred, and that stems from whitewashing from Trujillo times that's been passed down from our ancestors, our grandpas, our granddaddies. I don't know why he's laughing, but anyways, so I'm not saying you have to fully claim that you're a fully black woman, but don't deny that you're mixed, because that's just the reality.
I'm not black.
But nobody's saying you have to be fully black. But
I'm not black.
Culture.
I could be in mestiza, I could be Taino, I could be European, African. I'm not black though. The thing is that nobody's understanding what my point is. My point is that black is a color, and it's a system of oppression in this country, and I don't subscribe to it. End of story.
But see, that's how you perceive it, though.
I mean, that's how I perceive it. But why am I hating on? Why am I hating on? Why is it I know black, I Dominican bullshit? Why is it then? Why am I hating on about it?
I don't think that you get hated on about what you say about yourself, because that's pretty hard to do. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I think that the frustration or the pissivity or the hatred, however you want to call it, comes when you say I'm not black because black is this, this, and this. When to us, that's not what it is. To us, it's
But
there
Queen,
was a system.
but Queen, what's happening here is they're lumping you in with a certain ideology that they have in their own mind, and the projection Elko just said right now, because you're not conforming to an ideology that he wants you to conform in. See, that's narcissism, and the mere fact that you can identify how you want to identify, right? And then we got the same people right now who are judging you are sitting here okay. They're okay with a man being in women's spaces and saying we need to accept this man in a woman's space. We need to accept this man, but they don't want to accept you and who you want and who you label yourself as. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense.
Let Elko talk. Hold on. Everybody else shut up except for me. Elko, go ahead.
So what I was saying is actually the polar opposite of what Lewis tried to say that I'm saying. I'm saying, correct, you're not black. And the reasoning that I understand that is because you know where you can trace your roots back to. You know that once you get to the Dominican, that your root splits from here and from here. Whether it be Africa, like you said, you have claimed being an Afro-Latina, correct?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So you understand that being Dominican means that some of your roots do come from Africa.
Oh, like 40%.
Beautiful, whatever the case may be. You say that you're Dominican because you know where you come from. We as Black folks here, when we say that we're Black, it's because after we got here, do you ever play dominoes?
Yeah.
They washed the bones with us. You know what I mean? The sixes weren't together with the sixes. The fives weren't together with the fives. The bones got washed. Everybody got sent everywhere. We have a history here of when a young child was born, it may have been sold to a different plantation. So it never even grew up knowing who or what its parents were. So for people to say to us, Blacks in America, figure out where you come from in Africa, that's kind of a really big task. When you take it a step further and you go into the breeding plantations.
Bye, baby.
The baby's being fussy. I gotta go.
Okay.
Bye, Tony.
Hey, but Queenbull, what I don't understand is what Elko is just saying right now. Why is the Black community so against Black conservatives? Why is the Black community? Why are they against Black conservatives? If you're gonna sit here and say what you're saying, Elko, which is about inclusion and being a part of a system and so on and so forth, why is the Black Democrats and liberals so hateful toward their own people? Toward their own people? Why are you hateful toward your own people just because they think differently?
Okay, see, that's something that I think that you've been. I think that.
Go ahead, Elko.
I think that is something that you've been conditioned to think about us, first and foremost. But I'd like to actually go.
Hey, Elena, say it ain't so, Elena. So tell me the amount of hate Snacks gets on this live for saying what he says and how he thinks. Tell me, Elena. What I've been seeing for the last 3 years is a fucking lie.
He's on his 83rd. He's on his 83rd permanent ban. He's on his 83rd permanent ban, and he was thrown into a halfway house because of things on TikTok. And I'm only saying that because he would put that out there himself, and he's been very open.
Can Uncle say his can Uncle say his point?
It's facts.
Can Uncle talk? Can Uncle talk?
Go ahead. Go spin. 60 seconds, Elko. Come on.
So
we have 3 minutes.
I got you. I'm trying to go fast. So basically, when we say we're Black, we know we come from Africa. We know that it's going to be damned hard for us to figure out exactly where in Africa we come from. So it's kind of like we took the N word and we took the hard R off. We put the A on it and we made it our word. We made Black our word, and it's so ingrained in our culture. Some of James Brown, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. You're Black, you're beautiful. Black Panthers, the whole thing of it is and I'm glad you brought up Snacks, because there used to be words that we wouldn't celebrate. Coon, jigaboo, spear chucker. We wouldn't like any of those. But
Elko, the only reason he said that, Elko, the only reason he said that is because people from your own community, from his own community, started calling him that. So he just said, fuck it. If you're going to turn around and call me that shit, I'm going to wear it like a badge of honor, because y'all are weak motherfuckers. And because I think differently, this is what I'm going to fucking do. Call me what you want. He basically did Eminem on 8 Mile to the fucking 313, and he didn't fucking like it.
We're not going to bow down to you. We're not going to bow down to you.
Nobody's saying you had to. What I'm saying.
Not going to delegate this conversation right now, because this man.
Hold on.
Who the fuck is talking? Who the fuck is talking?
You gonna let this man interrupt the whole time?
First of all, who the fuck is talking?
Let me use rap. Kick me out. What's up? You gonna let this man
drop
not
her?
let him
Elena,
talk?
drop her.
This normally happens whenever you call them out on their bullshit. They start interrupting midway through your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I ain't told a fucking lie.
I don't even know. Hold on. I don't even know that person's like ideology, but Elko's my friend. And like, I'm not gonna. He has precedence here, so fuck out of here. Even though we don't agree with shit,
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say
what I was
Elko
what
is opposition too, and he's
And he
still.
has precedence, so fuck out of here.
Hey, one with you, right? I'm down with Elko. Me and Elko have had plenty of conversations, and sometimes I intervene and he'll intervene, and sometimes we mute and shut the fuck up. But at the end of the day, all I'm just talking about is some truthful shit. His own people. You know what I'm saying?
He's not scared. He's not scared to come into our lives and talk
right, but
about
let me
shit.
cook. What I was going to say about Snacks, and firstly about Snacks, very rarely do Snacks and I ever agree. We butt heads way more than we agree, but I agreed with what he was saying earlier when he said he's black and he's unapologetically black and he's not going to be nothing but black. I respected that. I wanted to give him props. I was trying to get up in the box while he was in here so I could say that to him. But what he did is what him and Lumberjack and AJ and all the black conservatives, what they did is they took the word coon and they embraced it. 50,
Why,
King of
Elko?
Tunisia. Hold on. All I'm saying that it's the same parallel. They took a word that was being used against them in a negative light and they embraced it. That is the same thing
Against
that
them.
we as
Was it a
black.
white individual?
Hold on.
Besides Greg Z-Pack, who was the other people that called these individuals the coon and the N-word? It was members of y'all's own community, Elko.
That's not my point.
That's the fuck shit that I'm talking about that's fucked up in our own community. We got the biggest racists in our own community. We should be upset at the people calling them the fucking C word more than anything, but y'all ain't, because y'all give them a hard pass because they think like you. And that's some fuck shit, bro. That's some fuck shit. You know I got nothing but love, Elko. You know I got nothing but love, but I'll call out a spade. I'll call a spade, bro.
Just listen. Please. What I'm saying is,
we still have two people who didn't talk yet.
What they do, I get that, but what they did is the exact same thing that historically we did with the word black and the term black and calling ourselves black. It's a word that is a derogatory word, but they took it and they ran with it. And I respected them for that. I respect how they stand 10 toes down on what they believe. I respect every one of y'all for believing exactly how you believe. So when it comes back to why it seems like people may hate on you, Queen, it's because as soon as you get done saying I'm not black, you bring up black as a negative. Not as
I bring up societal issues. Abortion and transgender issues. That's all I talk on. And those are societal
even in your
issues.
background. Even in your background, it says we ain't black, we Dominican.
Yeah, that's true. What do you mean?
But in the context of when you're having conversations, you say I'm not black because black is this and black is this and black is this. But the things that you say about it are
I don't say that
negative.
I'm not black because black is this and black is. I say I'm just not black. What do you mean?
I get it. You say black is a color in the book or a crayon. It's you're not subscribing to this, that, and the third.
Yes.
We that are black Americans.
But that's not my problem.
I know it's not your problem, and I'm not saying that it is your problem. And it shouldn't be your problem, correct? Because you know exactly where you're. The counterpart of you saying that you're Dominican, for black Americans, it would be being able to trace your roots back to where your plantation was or where your family is from. And for me, even though I'm not in Tennessee, I would say
where they come from.
I'm a Tennessean American.
But Uncle Elko, shouldn't we stand up for her regardless because she's a woman? A POC, regardless of what our ideology is, we should be standing up for her. We should be applauding the mere fact that she's got the balls.
I'm just a different type of melanated person.
Yeah.
And see, and that's the same part. And if your answer is yes, Uncle Elko, because you know I got nothing but love, right? At the end of the day, if we're standing up for the beautiful queen here, even though she looks like us, what have you, whatever, at the end of the day, shouldn't we stand up with our own community members, even though they think differently than us? Because you got white liberal motherfuckers on here that don't mind you hating a certain individual because of the way he thinks, even though he looks like you. These are these white liberals like Greg Z-Pack, who's in the fucking comments, who has been a big divisive problem on this app, keeping our community divided. And then at the same time, here's what's crazy shit, right? We turn around and we hate each other because he comes in with the dumb shit he comes in with, and then when I call him out on it, I get banned. Make that shit make sense. I thought our voices mattered in our community. But yet the white guy, we keep giving them a fucking platform. Make that make sense.
Well, Y'all keep letting them
I'm
into your
giving it
platforms.
to 1:10 a.m. and then I'm just shutting it down.
I'm gonna
Y'all let him
stop
onto
though.
y'all's
I got my
platform
the
burger
because
to
y'all
top.
like
eat.
to cuss at him.
We have
Love ya.
Y'all
two
like to
people.
cuss at him. Y'all like to try and make him feel stupid. Y'all like to try and make him feel silly. But how is he affecting, how is anything that he says affecting how I'm interacting with any other person on this panel?
You're not
It's
the
Everybody
only
not.
has
one in
their
this
opinion.
live.
Everybody has their like what they're
I
gonna
step over
say. Like
bullshit. I
it has
don't
nothing to
step
do
in
with
it.
it.
I don't want to have to clean my shoes. I step over bullshit. I don't step in it.
Listen, Uncle Alco, I respect you and I thank you for being here.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, like we're not gonna disrespect my people, my family, like
I didn't
my
think that I did.
conservatives
And if I did, I
are
apologize.
like Elena on this app, like on this panel right now. The people that I respect OD are like Elena. I respect Queen Lady Grimm, and I respected Lou. I don't know anybody else, but like, and you're part of my family too. Like, you're like a little step below, you know what I mean? But you're still part of my family,
Oh,
even
so
though we don't
I gotta
agree.
be a step family.
You know what, you know how it is, because you
That's
still
cold
you
beans.
still have time to see the light. You gotta be a free thinker to for me
Hey,
to
you know
like
what?
see you that way.
When you get to being a free thinker on my level, you're gonna laugh at some of the shit that you used to say
No,
on this
I
app.
was there. I was there.
No, you just gotta level up. You still haven't leveled up.
No, I was there. I was there.
You were on a lower level. You're vibrating a little bit
No,
higher.
I
You
was
can vibrate a
there.
lot
I
higher,
was
sis. You can
there.
vibrate a
No,
lot
I
higher.
was there, baby. I was there for sure.
Well, all right. I'm gonna go ahead
Anyways,
and shut my mouth. Thank you for letting me speak.
thank you, Uncle Alco.
Y'all
Everybody,
have a good
follow
night.
Uncle Alco. He's a gangster. He's a G. He's an OG. That's how I see him, as an OG.
Oh, you just trying to make me blush, girl. Stop.
Everybody follow him. He has a lot of wisdom. All
So
right, so
Queen,
go through this panel, and then we're gonna end it.
yeah, Queen. I want to let Queen, Lady Grimm go real quick,
Go ahead, baby.
and then Hanny.
Okay, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, so I've been watching this live for a minute now, and for my Hispanic people, my Latinos, listen, we do
Panama,
not,
Panama.
soy de Panama, we do not need to go by race, period. I am so pale, people want to call me white all day, every day. No, I'm Panamanian. That's what we are. My mama's darker skin. She doesn't walk around saying she's brown and shit like that. She's Panamanian. We got aunts and cousins that, they're darker than her. They don't walk around saying we're black. We're
Panamanians are
Panamanian.
dark too. Panamanians are
Yes.
very melanated.
Yes, I can show y'all pictures of my cousins and like my family. We're pale, we're black, we're brown, right? But we don't, like you say, we don't subscribe to that. We're just Panamanian, and that's okay. That doesn't make you anti anything. I've seen in the comments, oh, Queenbull is anti-black. She's not anti-black.
Never,
She's
never.
Hispanic. She's Dominican. Period. Period. That's what I wanted to say. To all my fellow Hispanics watching this live, you don't have to sit there and say you're white or you're black or you're brown. You're Hispanic. Period. You're what you
Love
are.
you, girl.
You're your ethnicity. You want to claim your ethnicity? We have every right to do that shit. Period.
Yes, we do. Period. Love you.
That's what I wanted to say. I love y'all.
What's wrong with being both?
I'm
Is
not
she
black.
talking?
I will never be
Love
black.
y'all, lady.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just asking, like,
There's nothing
what's
wrong
wrong?
with it. I'm just not that. Like, if you want to be that, you could be that. I'm not that.
I mean, it's not a choice for me. Like, if somebody saw me down the road, they will obviously know I'm
Okay,
black.
so then that's fine. That's okay.
So let's let Hanny go real quick because she hasn't spoken. Sorry.
So I am Dominican, born in the Dominican Republic, but I came here when I was 5. And I think that the issue is that this like whole race thing hasn't updated itself to include those of us in the Caribbean and South America and Central America that were affected by colonization. It just completely takes that away. And I say I'm an Afro-Latina, and I also say I'm a Black Dominican. The difference is that we're not African American. I think that's where we want to make, they want to say that, it's ethnicity, but we have a different culture that came out of colonization. And I think that we need to be given the chance to speak on what we want to say we are instead of being told what we are.
Well, we know what we are. We know what we are.
Yeah, I did my DNA test. I have African roots. My majority of my DNA is African, and then obviously there's like Spanish, Portuguese, and there's some other things in there,
So
like Taino
we
and stuff.
as Dominicans, we know we are very we're highly mixed, right? So we're highly mixed with African and Western African and like European. I happen to have Akanashi Jewish in me, a lot of some Native American.
Yeah, I do as well. It's a whole
Yeah,
mix,
so
you know?
that we're very mixed as Dominicans. That's why we're different colors. Like there's very dark skinned Dominicans and there's very light skinned Dominicans. There's Dominicans in between. There's Asian Dominicans. Like we're very diverse. So that's why you can never say we're black.
Right.
You
We
can
are
never
very
say we're black.
diverse.
Right? So thank you for your input. The last one that's gonna go is S, and then we're gonna end the live. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. Listen, whatever color you are, whatever fucking nationality, race you fucking claim, I love you, motherfuckers. Even though you hate on me, but I love you all. All right, go ahead, S. S?
Shay.
You're the last man standing.
Hello.
S? You're the last man standing.
Just to finish what I was saying,
Oh, wait,
she got an
there's some
echo.
feedback.
Dominicans come in all
Wait, pause. Do me a favor. Wait, mute. Okay, leave the app, like, go to like your text messages or something and then come back in. All right, try now.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, that's better.
All right. I'm gonna end my statement with saying like all the things that you talked about us being all different colors and stuff like that.
You Dominican?
Yes. That's
Okay.
literal proof that we are mixed though. Like no one's saying like I'm probably repeating myself here, but no one's saying that you have to go around and claim you're a full black woman. No one's saying that. And if you want to call yourself Dominican, just Dominican, that's fine. But like at the end of the day, it's just an ethnicity. You know, we're still African.
Yeah, and I choose to identify myself. I choose to identify myself by my ethnicity, not my race.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, but all everybody's trying to tell you on this live is like, don't deny all your parts. Like, if you're gonna embrace,
so I will never be black. I will never be black, ever.
But you can't deny history. You can't deny that.
No, but black is not a history. Black is not history.
Black is not history. What?
No.
Huh? What do you mean?
Black is a color. Do you understand what that is?
Black is more than just a color, though.
No, it's a color. So what do you think is black? What is your definition of black?
I mean, first of all, when it comes to America, black comes in all shades. It's not just being black.
Okay. That's fine. So what is black, though? Like, what does that mean to you?
Okay, I want to put it in correct words, but being black is like everybody has said in here. Being black is more than just a culture.
Okay, what is it?
The only reason why
I can tell you what an African is. I can tell you what African is. African is so deep to me. Like I have statues in front of me of my African culture. This is Oshun, right? Like I know what African culture is to me. Like, what is Black culture to you?
Okay, but here's my question. If you embrace your African culture with the statue you just told me, why is it so hard to embrace that a part of you?
Because Black is not a culture, it's a color.
The only confusing thing is here that you're asking me what Black is, but you supposedly know. And then you're saying that
I'm not saying I know what Black is. I'm not Black.
oh my goodness.
I'm not Black. Sorry, I'm not Black.
But by the term, we're not saying Black as an African American. You still have African in you, and that part in you is Black.
Yeah, but that's African. That's not Black. African does not equal Black. Because there's Africans that are all different colors. They're not just Black.
Nobody's saying that, but most, oh my goodness. It's really not a hard concept to grasp.
I don't understand why you're not understanding my concept.
I understand your concept, but I still think it comes from a form of whitewash.
Do I look Black? Do I look Black to you?
You look mixed to me, yes.
Do I look Black to you?
But just because we're saying you're mixed doesn't mean you're exempt from being Black.
Do I look Black to you?
Oh my goodness, there we go.
I mean, I don't understand why you're getting frustrated. I'm asking you a question. Do I look Black to you?
I'm not getting frustrated, but if that's the general question you're asking, then yes. If somebody looks mixed, if someone looks mixed with Black, then yes, you are Black. You have Black in you.
So I look Black to you? You don't look Black to me at all. Like, at all. Like you, if I were to look at you and say, what is this person? The last thing that will come to mind is Black.
Okay, but that's ignorance because not all Black people have to look.
You are not Black, my love. You're not Black, my love. You're not Black.
Anyways, there's
You're not Black.
Okay,
Elena, I give you the permission to speak. Does this person look Black to you?
People come in the same stage.
What?
So you're gonna
does
say
this person look Black to you
because they don't look Black? Black doesn't have a specific.
No,
look.
does this person, Elena? Does this person look Black to you, Elena?
I can only see her profile picture, so I'm gonna say no based off the profile picture.
No,
that's all I can see. Also, do you want Foot in here? I don't know, because you're ending. He's in the queue.
All right, we could bring him up just to say one last, like, to get us out of here. He's fam, so we're gonna let him up.
We're in the final countdown, Foot. We're in the final countdown.
We're in the final countdown.
I just want to say, it is remedial line of thinking to presuppose your entire identity as a color from a crayon box.
Foot.
That is the truth. That is all the truth. He's speaking facts. We are not, my love. Yes, my love. We're not a crayon box. Like, you are a Dominican woman. You are Afro-Latina. You are not a Black woman. You're not.
I must know, child of God, what makes you Black.
You can't claim you're Afro-Latina if you don't claim your Blackness at all.
African does not equal Black.
But why do you think that?
Because not all Africans are Black.
Okay, but this is the exact point I'm trying to make. Black is more than just a color. Just because you don't look Black doesn't mean that.
So I have African in me, and I also have European in me. So I'm not Black.
We got Cece in the queue. We got.
Oh my God.
That brings us back to the same thing.
Elena, it's up to you. Like, I have another 30 minutes in me. 30 minutes.
I'll rock it out with you.
Okay, 30 minutes.
What makes you Black?
To 1:30. 1:30. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe
okay, 1, 2. That's
Cece's family.
That's 10 minutes. Okay, bring up Cece.
Okay.
Only Cece. That's it.
That's it.
Thank you for letting me on your panel.
Not y'all playing with the Q, first off. Not y'all playing with the Q in my face.
I bet to my husband. My husband.
But thanks for letting me in, ladies. Hello.
I need to go to bed.
Hello.
Hi, Cece.
Hey, ladies. Hey, someone does not understand the classification of black and where it comes from, do they? I don't think they do. Clearly, what Queen said was what? Because you're Afro-Latina does not make you black.
No.
Correct?
It doesn't.
Right?
It's giving,
It's
giving, I want to fit in. It's giving, I want to fit into the
It's
black
giving.
diaspora.
No,
It's
I
not about
want to
fitting
fit
in.
in. It's
Nobody's
giving.
saying
It's giving. You're going to fit in because I said so. Is what it's giving. It's giving. You're going to fit into this black category because America said so. That's what it's
no,
giving.
nobody's
Someone doesn't know any better, does she? Or he, or they, them. What are you about? I don't know. I don't know.
What is a woman? What is a woman?
Y'all tripping in the chat. Cece's black. I don't know if you can tell, but Cece's
I mean,
black.
clearly they don't see. I go by the category of black. Yes, I do. It is widely known from the left to the right to the middle of TikTok. I do. I go by that. But I also know the history behind the term and why I choose to continue to go by black. Okay?
So I have a question.
What is it? Foot.
Okay, and that's fine, but nobody's claiming that we are being black as in African American. We're just saying claim your roots. We're not white. We're not fully black, and
You're not black
either. But
okay, by her saying Afro Latina, is that not claiming enough for you?
I never said I wasn't claiming enough. If you are claiming to be Afro Latina, then you are claiming a part of you as black. So like, which one is it? Like,
no, because African.
No, she's not. Okay. So let's ask. Let's do this. Do you know where the term black comes from? Do you know why we are labeled as black? And do you know who continues to carry that label?
I do know, but
because it's one thing to claim your African roots. It's another to claim the term black. They're two totally separate, labels.
Okay, so
gift her. I guarantee y'all will find that you love her. Gift her all day. I won't gripe, bitch, or complain about gifting her.
We
gift
will
her
block you.
all
We
day.
will block you.
But
Gift
she
her.
gonna learn the
I want
difference
my
between
sisters to
African and black. There's a difference between African and black, Miss May.
I just have a
I want
question.
my sisters to eat. I want my sisters to eat. All of them.
Okay, so if you know the exact strong definition, then I think it would be better for you to explain it. So you go ahead and explain it, and I'll show you why I think that.
I'm not going to explain it because I don't debate. I leave it open to everybody to do their own research. I don't debate. I love conversations. So I leave it for everyone else to go do the research if they do so choose to. I don't argue people down. That's what I don't do. I'm not a debater.
I appreciate it. I do have a couple of questions though.
Not denying the fact.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are so nice.
If you want to claim to be Afro Latino, Afro this, and not claim your black side, that just doesn't make any sense because the term Afro does come from blackness. So like, what is really being said here?
Comes from. It's not. That is not where the term black comes from at all. They're totally separate. Black is instituted by the Americas. Black is a label we were given by America. Afro is going towards your African lineage, but African and black are two total different things. Totally separate.
So, is race a social construct?
Because you saw me taking shots in the other lab. I can't do this.
No, I have these two questions. I like them, and I'd love to get them answered. And then I'm done. Like I'm out. But this racial social construct?
She's asking you a question, S.
Okay, if we're gonna be honest and look back into history, yes, race was created and divided by a white man. Hold on, let me finish. The world.
No, you're good.
Let's just get one thing straight. The world was started by, well, the first humans on Earth were black people. That's just a definitive fact. And then we got spread around to different regions, and that's where colors came from. And everybody started getting lighter, darker, depending on what region they were from. And then a white man wrote in the book saying, oh, this is black, this is Spanish, this is Chinese, and this is all this and that. That is a fact.
Right. Yeah, I'm familiar. So
by that fact.
Right. So we agree race is a social construct. Would you say that there is some negative connotation to being black?
I don't think there's any negative connotation for being black. If anything, I feel like you should take pride in your blackness, no matter how much you have in yourself. Because black people,
well, that's not what I'm asking though. That's not what I'm asking. Because we hear on on this app specifically, right, of how the treatment of black people is just terrible, right, and how all the way back to days of the Constitution, being deemed 3/5 of an individual, or as your vote would count at least, or as what your value would be in the eyes of the government would be 3/5 of an individual, and things like that. And then you have slavery, and you have civil rights era, and all this other stuff, right? So as it pertains to all this stuff, why would you want to identify with this system of oppression that the government just slaps you in the forehead with and forces you into without your consent?
But nobody's identifying with it. We're just all trying to make peace with our history, because at the end of the day, all of our ancestors were enslaved by the white man. So why can't we just come together?
So
it didn't really answer my question.
Yeah.
Damn, they didn't change up the hats. That was dope. Somebody do that again.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Tina's in the queue. Your queue's piling up.
Oh my God.
Getting off in 30 minutes with 500 viewers. You just gonna say the hell on that and go to bed.
It's all up to my co-host Elena.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna take it that she. Okay.
I got a few more minutes left in me.
Okay.
Yeah, so my question stands. Why would you want to, why would anyone, maybe not you necessarily, because me personally, I don't subscribe to this system, right? Like, I don't see Cece as a black woman. I don't see Queen as a Latino or Latina. I apologize. I don't see Elena as white, Christina as white. I don't even see myself as white. Like, I see us as all Americans in the same sinking fucking boat, and I just decide to grab an oar and try to row this motherfucker to shore so we can all make it out safe. So I'm trying to understand why you would subscribe and why you would check the box per the government without consent of this system that is going to classify you and label you as something that you yourself can't even deduce what it is. Because I can't tell you what it is to be white. I can't tell you what it is to be black.
Before S speaks, or anybody else speaks for a second, Cece, I love you. Hold on a minute.
I love you too.
What's up, Queen?
What's up, baby?
I just have to say this. S's argument in this whole thing is so irrational. It doesn't make sense to anybody. When you decide to see everybody outside of their color, like this isn't a crayon box, then it'll all make sense. So for every person that's gifting S in the comments, take notes on what Foot, Cece, Elena, Queen are telling y'all. It just sounds so stupid. Her arguments are so stupid in the fucking comments. That's it.
You literally gain nothing from checking these boxes. Absolutely nothing. right? No matter what box you check, you gain not a fucking thing.
Okay, hold on for ask. Why are you choosing to carry the label of black? That's what I'm gonna ask first.
Okay, but
That's the same question I asked.
I'm not choosing my whole entire label as black as a whole. I'm not claiming to be a full-on black woman, but I'm not denying my black roots. I'm not.
Okay.
I am African.
All right. So understand.
European. That's just what I am. That's history. That's the truth.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you to understand that black is only a term used in our country. Black is only something that's used as a label here. I mean, it might be negro or negra in other languages, but black is only a term carried here, and you need to ask yourself why. Then I'm going to ask that you look up the etymology of black. I'm not going to give you this information. I'm not going to give 439 others. I'm going to ask that you go dig the research, because when you fall into debates and people are telling you what it means, you don't care for it. You don't carry it. So I'm going to ask that you and 439 others go do the research and dig it up for yourself. Dig up the etymology of black. Find out what black means. That's number one. For two, ask yourself, hold on. Ask yourself, two, why you carry or are choosing to carry the label of black. I'll tell you why I choose to. It's because the majority of African Americans or black people or whatever you may choose to label yourself in America is what the majority of us go by. So I am going by black because once I disconnect or erase the label of black from my identity is when I'll disconnect from the majority of my community. And because I need my community to follow me, I will not disconnect yet. There are still places we need to go, levels we need to get to, things we need to strive for. So I will not disconnect from the black community. I need you to go look up the etymology of black, find out why we are labeled as black, and also dig up why we're labeled as African American. Also, take a peek into the United States Census definitions of white, African American, and everything else. Do the research for yourself. I'm not going to give it to you in this live. Should you care, should you really want to know instead of argue, you'll go do the research for yourself. That way you'll hold it and you'll carry it.
So my question to ask is, do you know what the U.S. Census categorizes each person as?
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
Do you know what the U.S. Census categorizes each person as? What can they select?
Yeah, I know it's I know it's something with the islands. I forgot what that last box is, but there's always that last box that says island something, and then there is black, and then there is white, and then there's Hispanic and Latino. Yes, but we're not.
Hispanic and Latino are the same thing. It's either Hispanic non-white or Hispanic Latino. So explain to us what you're choosing. What's your argument here?
I'm choosing none.
Yeah, what's your argument here?
But the point I'm trying to say is I'm not conforming to any boxes. I'm just trying to show y'all the history and to just not deny the history. You don't have to.
So our history is not
Nobody's denying the history.
I'm not saying, okay.
But it ain't black.
Right. It ain't black.
And fun fact, the government was nice enough to rat themselves out by giving you an option on every form to opt out and check none.
Exactly.
As well as giving you the option to choose white. If you want to choose white as, you can.
They can't question
You know
it
that,
at all.
right?
And this is my thing, right? Like if you concede that identifying as one of these boxes absolutely gives you differential treatment,
Elena.
that it gives you differential treatment, then my question stands: why would you subscribe to that system that just by default that grants differential treatment?
Nobody
It doesn't make any sense.
To the system, though.
Do what?
Subscribing to the And nobody's saying that I haven't looked these up and I know the true definition of it. I do my research. I do my research all the time. I try to self-educate myself as much as I can.
So like,
But
So what the
if you do your research, hold on. If you do your research,
what does the census definition say then? If you're doing research, then the simplest research would be to find out what the United States Census definitions state. That's simple research.
I
You
just
do a
came up
quick
real quick,
Google.
just for everybody in live.
What up, champ?
When y'all, what's going on, y'all? When y'all scream white,
what's up, Shane?
white,
What up,
what's up? So this is
God?
the United States Census, right? This is what they classify as white. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa.
Come through, champ. Come through, champ.
Damn.
Bet y'all
Yeah,
didn't know that one.
So again, Miss S, I'm going to ask you, why do you carry the label of black, as well as why are you trying to push
And
it
you're
onto
Dominican.
Queenbull? Yeah, and when I got here, you were trying to push it on the Queenbull. So why? Why do you carry that label first? And why are you trying to push it on another woman who clearly told you she does not classify as black? She
Queen,
classifies as Afro
Queen, I'm
Dominican.
gonna jump out. Thank you for having me up.
All right, thank you for
5 foot,
Hi,
love
Foot.
you.
Bye, guys. Y'all have a good night.
you
You
too.
For the
too.
folks in the comments, she's clearly white as well, right? So it's a label that we're choosing. We're literally choosing these labels. Choosing.
Nobody's pushing on her though. I told her she can claim to be Dominican as she wants, but
You were pushing it.
don't
You were
deny.
pushing. You were pushing it. That's the only reason why I got in the box, because you were pushing it onto her. Other than that, I would have stayed in the comments.
I wouldn't say pushing. I'm just saying the facts. You can't deny history. That's it. She can claim to be what she wants, but we can't keep denying her history. And yes, I do know there's certain people in Africa that are white. I'm not saying that African just immediately equates to black all the time, but most of our ancestors, most, not all, were black Africans.
For
But with that
African, I'm gonna need
black
you
does
to
not mean
separate the
African.
two.
But that's why
That part. I'm gonna need you to separate the two. Black is an American label, and for you to put
Yes,
black onto Africa, our homeland, is
that's
disrespectful. For you to take
disrespectful.
for you to take a degrading American term and put that
Bring
on
up
the
a
whole
Linda. Bring up a
continent of
Linda.
Africa is disrespectful to our motherland.
twisting my words. I'm agreeing with what you said. Nobody's saying that African like equates to black, because you said African and black isn't the same thing, right? Right?
Oh,
I'm just going by what
literally,
you're saying.
just showed you the definition, and that's America's standard.
All right.
So for you to put American standard and American definition over the motherland's term is
What is that?
disrespectful. You don't think
So
so?
hold on,
Okay, so I have
let me
I have a
ask.
question.
Look at the main screen, lad.
Hold on, yeah.
Look, me and Champ both are on the same page.
What does this man? What does this
B.
man look like? What does this man look like to you?
Hey,
Belinda.
You asking me that question?
Yeah, what does this
yes.
man look like to you?
He looks like a brown man. That's what he looks like.
Like
You
what
know when he came.
nationality?
So Mustafa. His
Wait,
name
what
is Mustafa.
nationality? Wait, what nationality though? Like what race? What do you think he is?
You darker than Queenbull, and you told her to say black.
So when he came here,
Tell her
this is
what you see
Mustafa
him. You see
Hefni.
a black
Yeah,
man.
this is Mustafa Hefni. Hold on. This is
Black is more
Mustafa
than just a
Hefni, right?
color.
Okay, yeah, but this is Mustafa Hefni. When he came to America, you know what they told him he was? A white man.
Hmm.
They told this
Argument
man right here he
is
was a white man.
invalid.
You can read the book. He tells the whole story, right? Because of where he came from.
I don't get. I don't know why you thought to A with that, but
Can I tell you
No,
something?
what is he?
Wait,
Like what is he?
can I
Like we
tell you
have to get
something?
to the bottom of it because you want to call me black, but this person's darker than me. Do
but
you call him
nobody's
black?
saying okay. But the
S,
And he
let me
don't
tell
want to.
you.
She don't want to label him as black.
but the thing is,
Exactly. Let me
no,
tell
I
you
never
something,
said
S.
that. Nobody. Okay,
I'm Greek, and I'm not considered white. Think about it. It's all fucked up. So until you do your own research,
I do my research though.
You apparently don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and to the
Are you
clowns and
willing,
the
if you do
clowns and
your
the
research,
to the clowns in the
go ahead,
comments
Champ,
that are
I'm
saying
sorry.
who said he was white, it says it right here. I don't know if y'all can read.
I
The
am not
U.S.
a white
government.
man.
I
The
actually
U.S.
have,
government
So,
forced me to be one.
I have right here
although
where,
Champ pulled it up and put it up for you, are you willing to go
I'm putting
pull
it
up
up
the
in a
U.S.
second, baby.
Census definitions for yourself? Are you going to do that research?
okay, here he is, right? Okay. It says that he went, tried to sue the United States of America because he is an Egyptian immigrant that, and he's from my city and state here, where I'm originally from, Detroit, Michigan. He asked to be classified as black, not white, because they classified him as a white man because of where he is located. He is located in Egypt, and its proximity. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. The United States of America has done this to all Americans. Anyone who came to the United States of America, they labeled them due to the proximity of where they came from. My family came from, and Tina can, because she's right next door to where my ancestors came from. Her family's from Greece. My family's from Italy. And
Ooh, that
we are labeled
Mediterranean
as white.
olive skin, baby girl.
Yep. And we are labeled as white. Now, granted, I'm half Hungarian, so I'm lighter complected, but my father is dark. My father is almost as dark as him.
So if I were to select black, because that's what the freaking words in every encyclopedia tell you to do, I would be considered whatever the fuck you think I'm considered. But I'm white. I am white.
What
If
does
I
that
went
say?
by the narrative, I should be selecting black because that's what I'm classified as. As a Greek woman, I'm olive skin toned Mediterranean. I should be selecting black according to the narrative. So your research, again, I don't know where you're getting it from, but look at Belinda's screen.
You see it, Nubian. What does Nubian mean?
Egyptian.
This is what and he lost his case, mind you. This man lost his case, and he is still classified as a white man in the United States of America because of his proximity. This is how messed up the United States of America is. And you know what I learned from being on TikTok and getting this book from one of our TikTokers named Evergreen. I purchased this book.
Everybody order the book.
I've read this book, and I'm telling you, since then, I have not classified myself as a white. I now check other. I check other for race. That's what I do, because that's the option that they give you is other.
Okay.
I'm not going to let the United States.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Jennifer, we love you.
All right. So again, may I ask her again? I've told you why I choose to go by the label of black, which is to stay connected to the majority of my people. Why do you choose to label yourself as such? And this is a personal question, not a political question. This is a personal question to you. Why are you choosing to carry that label as well as push that label onto Queenbull?
I'm going to mute for that one.
Again, I'm going to repeat myself for this. I wasn't pushing anything on her. I was just saying that you can't deny history. That's it. I'm not saying to conform to a box.
So that's pretty much saying that
the United States,
I can't deny history. That's pretty much pushing it on to me, which Dominicans are not black. No Dominican will ever tell you you are black unless you're like indoctrinated into believing some stupid shit.
They say, I know black, I Dominican. Ain't that what they say?
We don't conform to that
what
shit.
we all saying.
People get things pushed on them all the time.
We don't conform to that. We don't conform to blackness. Like, that's not who we are. We are
Belinda,
Dominican.
what happens every time I or someone else refers to me as exactly what I am? Like, someone in the comments just said something, white women don't want to be white anymore, and they're laughing. But what you seem to forget is that there are all different backgrounds that y'all call white.
Like, she's Italian.
But
I'm gonna tell you,
I'm
and
full
I'm with
blooded.
Elena.
I can, you know where I've gotten to though is I don't even care anymore because it's always such an argument, like among people, that when someone asks me what I am, like what's your background or whatever, since I'm full blooded and I'm only second generation, I say I'm Italian. If you want to think that I'm white, call me white. If you want to think that I'm not white and you think Italians aren't white, call me that. I don't even care. Like, I don't say one way or the other. But when people say, oh, white people don't want to be white anymore, all of a sudden, it's not that. It's just y'all always think of white people as all the same thing. And it never occurs to people or matters to people that we're not. So it's not that we just don't want to be white anymore. It's just that nobody fucking listens to us when we say what we are. Because everybody's just, if you're not black, you're white. And it's annoying.
Can I ask you a question?
We're coming down to the like final like stretch here because I gotta go to bed. But go ahead.
I want to finish answering Cece on
go ahead,
okay. So the reason why I claim my blackness is because I know Dominican history. I've studied it. I've studied it from others that shared certain books and experiences, and I've come to the term that I do have black inside of me because of the history.
But why don't you embrace your European?
Let me finish though, please.
No. Hold on. Wait a minute. Why don't you embrace anything else? What makes a Dominican person? No. Hold on. Wait a minute. What makes a Dominican person?
I embrace my Taino roots, and
No. What blood is in a Dominican?
Taino blood, African blood, and Spanish blood.
Okay. So why aren't you
European?
You're forgetting.
Okay, but I never said I didn't embrace that.
No. Hold on, wait a minute, because if you want to be real about it, listen, see, this is where y'all start losing me, right? Because you're forgetting that most of your blood is European. You could, whether you don't like it or you don't. 70% of your blood is European. 60% of your blood is European.
I'm only 30-something percent.
Okay, but but it doesn't matter how.
So why aren't you repping your Europeanness? Where's that?
I never said I didn't rep my Europeanness. I said that
y'all ain't playing games with me. I know what y'all do.
I have a question.
No, not me.
Okay. All right, hold on. May I?
I never said.
Hold on. All right.
Hold on.
Okay.
I have a serious
Xtina,
question.
she about to leave us, girl. Queenbull about to cut us off.
Is she an American or is she Dominican?
Well, I'm Dominican.
Hold on.
And I was born in New York City.
Right. And that goes to A Star is Born 74 in the comments. She literally presents herself as Dominican. So for you to say she's presenting as white is not true. Presenting oneself is an action. Right. You are perceiving her to be as white. That's on you. That is your perception, ma'am. Yours and yours only.
So S, to follow up before you continue, do you consider yourself Dominican with all your mixed races, or do you consider yourself white American?
I consider myself as a mixed Latina because most Dominicans are mixed. Not all Dominicans are fully black. That is true. Most of us have more.
Every Dominican is mixed. Every single one of them.
All right.
And so what's your argument here? Because it doesn't make sense to any of us.
And there's some Dominicans that are whiter than others. Nobody's saying that like we have to all conform into one black.
No, but every single. Okay, hold on. Let me do this again. Hold on. I'm gonna show you something. That's a Dominican man.
Yes, I've seen him before. Yeah, I didn't say that we all come.
Interesting, because the fucking media and the woke fucking world, you know, the ones that don't know, would consider him Asian. Hello.
That's a Dominican man. That's a whole ass Dominican man.
Elena,
right there.
You go, girl.
Okay, it is. But that's exactly my point. We come in all shades. Nobody's saying that the majority of us is fully black, but most of us have black inside of us, and it's not cool to deny it.
All of us have black inside of us. It does not make us black.
The problem, the issue is that you're saying black.
The white
is black.
What
nation?
The issue.
Black. What is black?
Right.
What nation is black?
The issue is that you are not understanding the difference between black an African,
Right.
having African roots and being labeled
I'm
as black
OD
is what
African.
you're not
Mm,
understanding.
I'm
There's a
OD.
separation.
Look, I
mm.
have
Yes,
Oshun
I
right here to my
understand there's
side.
a
I have San
separation.
Miguel. Like, I am African to the core. Like, nobody can be more African than me. I'm African. I cook African. Like, I dance African. I sing. Like, I am African. I'm not black. You understand me?
No, apparently she doesn't. I answered for her.
I'm gonna jump down, but when y'all find when
All
y'all,
right,
I'm gonna.
I'm ending this. 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 I'm
Yeah,
ending this.
I don't
I'm
get how
ending
you
it.
could claim your
Everybody,
African side and don't claim that